think we are live.
Ooh.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to a very interesting one-shot called World Tear that we are doing along with Jasper's Game Day. And I have alongside me a fantastic array of delightful characters and players. I am Gabe. You might know me as GabeJamesGames across the internet. I am a designer, cosplayer, voice actor, and do plenty of other things. But one of the things that I love the most is telling stories. And I'm very excited to do it with this fantastic crew. So I'm going to go from left to right on the overlay to start. First off, we have Elise.
Hi, my name's Elise. I'm going to be playing Varen today, who is a lovely Kalishtar paladin sorcerer. And I'm very excited to be here for an amazing cause.
All right. And then next, Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'll be Chris for most of this, hopefully. I'm also going to be playing Now the Marked, a hobgoblin clerical piece. So may sound a contradiction in terms. Let's find if it is. Back to you, Gabe. Thank you.
And then next, Liquid Rena.
Hi, I'm Rena. It's me, Rena. Today I will be playing Zetsky, an Earth Ganassi Twilight cleric, who is just incredibly optimistic. I'm so excited to be here.
The next, we have Dan Dillon.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan. I am delighted to be here playing with y'all today. I am playing Tranquil, a tiefling wizard.
Awesome. And then Justice Armin.
Hey everybody, I'm Justice. I will be playing Philip Nightshade, a Shadar Kai warlock.
And last but not least, Dustin. Dustin, how about you just tell us about yourself and then only the class?
Okay. I am I'm Dustin. I am excited to be here for this amazing charity event, and I'm playing a rogue.
Yeah.
Just a simple thief. That's all I am.
It'll get more interesting. And this is something we're doing to raise money for charity, so you can donate to affect our game. And if you take a look at that donation list, there's going to be some pretty interesting and potentially concerning things in there. Please do them. I want to engross these delightful characters in this chaotic world, and you can help me make that even more interesting. So let's just go into it. We see the camera pan out on this beautiful, small, coastal village. The sun is out. There's maybe 10, 12 houses. It's not too big. There are small fishing boats along the edge, but different people have come here for different reasons. Some have come here just temporarily to trade and find a place to relax. Others have been staying here for a while. And I think the first person that we're actually going to pan back into, well, let's pan into Nal. Where are they currently?
Now is currently sitting at a writing table. Lots of notes around him, a armored helm sitting next to him. He's fully dressed, so he's a hobgoblin with a chainmail coif and robes of white. The robes are always singed with what appears to be bloodstains, but it's actually embroidery. And on the shield next to him is a number of events that he's dealt with. So every conflict and every conversation he's been in is marked on that shield. That shield is never far from him. Currently, he's trying to think of some phrasing and he's chewing on a quill quite aggressively, trying to think of the right words to use to get people to come to a table.
Mm. And there's actually a halfling that walks up to you and says, No, we have to go to the hall. The town hall, there's a meeting starting.
Now sighs deeply, places the helm on his head, picks up the shield, and sweeps all the paperwork into the bag and gestures onwards to the halfling.
So the halfling leads you to the town hall, and not too long after leaves, runs out, and they actually run to find Nightshade. Where is Nightshade currently?
Nightshade is sitting in a dark corner, watching the town hall from afar, writing in his in his journal, where he keeps his most precious secrets.
Are you brooding again, Nightshade?
Yes, rooting against the sad plight of mortals and their quest for joy.
Well, crap.
My patron has told me that I need to learn to express myself.
As I turn a series of beautiful drawings from my diary over.
So we got our first donation. Nightshade, you look at this halfling and are you brooding, Nightshade? And then another one appears next to them. Are you brooding, Nightshade? And then another one appears next to them. Are you brooding? Are you brooding? And they're like shrink into one back person. There's a meeting at the town hall, Nightshade. I'll see you there. And then they run off.
That was strange, but must be the work of my diabolical patron. Fingers crossed. I will go to the town hall because civic duty and government are important to a just society.
God, just this. and then the halfling goes to find Tranquil. Where's Tranquil currently?
So Tranquil is currently in his apothecary shop. It's full of shelves with glass jars, with parchment labels, with very meticulously scribed names denoting what's inside. He is an amethyst-skinned tiefling, and he's an old man, probably in his mid or late 60s, wearing just kind of a very loose, simple, rich navy blue robe, and he is currently kneeling at a chair in the front of his shop before the actual counter itself. And there's a child there who has tear streaks down his face, and he's holding his arm, and Tranquil is soothing him and placing just a simple salve or poultice onto what looks like a raised, angry-looking welt on the boy's forearm, and he's wrapping a little bit of clean linen around it. And as he gets to the sting itself, he reaches into a pocket, takes out a shiny copper piece, winks at the boy, places it over it, and then wraps it in place under the bandage, and then pats him on the cheek and says, "There now. Doesn't that already feel better? You're going to be just fine." And he looks up at the boy's mother and just sort of smiles and starts ushering them out of the shop after treating the bee sting.
Perfect. And walking past you, there's a halfling that you've seen in the village before. You see someone that looks to be like almost half halfling, so to speak. It looks like it could be this person. Like you've seen the halfling before. It looks like it could be their cousin almost. They're very similar, but they're taller. They're more like human-sized almost. Hi, Tranquil. There is a meeting at the town hall. Are you able to come join us?
Oh, yes, of course. I don't have any more business for now. Let me close up shop, and I'll be right along with you.
Perfect. Thank you, Tranquil. And the figure leaves. Now, the same figure goes to find Zetsky. Where is Zetsky?
Zetsky is down by the coast, like down on the coast on the rocky part of the beach. They spend a lot of their time like finding and categorizing rocks. They're very they'd be a geologist if they were modern. But for now they just really like rocks. So they are deeply absorbed in washing these rocks off and drawing sketches of them in their journal as this person walks up.
Okay. And it's the same figure that went to Tranquil. So they look a little bit familiar, like almost like that halfling, but like a relative almost. Hi, Zetsky. There is a meeting at the town hall. Would you please go?
Oh,
and they like look off into the distance almost and then come back to you.
Yes, I didn't even realize it was getting this late. Of course, I'm on my way. Yes.
All right. And then last, but certainly not least, they go to find Nohi. Where did they find Nohi, and what did they see, Dustin? You're muted right now, so this is very expressive, but...
So like, well, first off, it's no. It's not no he. It's just no.
No. Oh, that's right. Those are pronouns.
It's just no.
No. Yes. Thank you.
Probably, in the taverns is where you're gonna find snow. Just, sitting at the bars, you know, trying to get the bartender's attention, which is really hard because, you know, I'm really short, like barely 2 feet tall. But, you know, and it's so, but I'm like, yo, hello, I'm over here. It's like, you looks at me, and because, you know, I'm not really a humanoid. I'm a dog. I'm a dachshund. And so, you know, but you know, I walk on 2 feet just like yous, and you know, I got my leather zamas and my swords just like yous. So, you know, it's nothing, it's normals. But, you know, I'm here because, you know, I'm lost. You know, I lost my best mate. His name's Who's a Good Boy? Yes, you are. And so, you know, I'm looking for him, but I've been in this town for some times, you know, because it is what it is. But I just want to drink. Like, what's so hard for me to get a drinks around here?
So this figure walks up to you, and I say as a dog, you're fairly good with scents, especially as a dachshund, a tracking dog. This figure smells exactly like the halfling that you have seen in this village, but it's somebody different. Hey, hi, no, is you trying to get a drink again? No. Would you come to the town hall with all of us?
Who the hell's are you?
I'm Vil, and Vil is the name of the halfling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cute. I mean, you smells like the halfling, but you're definitely not the halflings. I would know. I'm smart.
No, I'm Vil.
Yeah, you. Sure you are. Yeah, sure you are.
And
all right, why is we going to the town halls?
At that moment, there's about 4 other people in the tavern, including the bartender, and they all just stop and look at you. No, we really have to go to the town hall.
It's not nice to stare. I swears every time. See your dog. He's walking and talking. Yeah, I'm walking and talking. Don't fucking call me a wiener dog. I'll fucking cut you to Achilles' heels. He just hops off the chair. All right, let's go. Where are we going? Why are we going? You're still staring. All right.
To the town hall. And then they walk out.
And yeah, he'll make his way towards the town halls.
Yep. And so you walk into the town hall, all of you collect in the same place, and Vil walks in. Walks in and stands at like the edge of a long table. Underneath the table, there's like a large shield. And the shield has what looks to be like almost like an orb in the center of it. I'd say it's like a bright green orb, but it's like painted on. It's not a physical part of the shield itself. Something is happening here, all of you. It's almost time now.
For the town hall meeting?
Yes. Yes, for the meeting. And then Vil actually stops. Like mid-sentence to not just, and then bursts into light and falls.
I didn't do that, did I?
And anyone who can cast spells.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, everyone but no, roll an Arcana check for me. Tell me if you get above a 16. Tranquil did.
21.
Varen did.
19.
Okay. Varen, Tranquil, you can tell very quickly that this was illusion magic dispelling.
Okay, so the body is gone, or the person is
Yes.
gone after the flash of light. All right.
There was never a body. Yeah.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Well, that is somewhat peculiar. And this was the person who resembled the halfling, but seemed almost more human.
Yes. And Tranquil. So Null and Nightshade saw a halflingville. Everyone else saw Not so halflingville.
Bill's relative.
Yeah.
He thinks it might be a
Uh,
trap. If we've all been lured here and they have disappeared, we should be ready for an attack.
Yeah. Varen's been at the back door, never really letting much of anyone have sight on from behind her. And from the back door, she waves her hand and casts Detect Magic.
Oh, okay. Varen, everything except the
Like-
individuals around you.
How many individuals around me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 individuals around
so-
you.
The rest of the town, like it's a white. I'm standing in a white room, and the only people I can see are the other 5 people in the room.
Yeah, everything else in this room, this entire room is magic.
Small hairs on the back of her head stand up on end, and damn, that sucks. I think she takes a steadying breath. She sort of has a ring around her finger that she continuously spins as a nervous tick, and she points to each of the 6 and says,
Actually, I'm going to let you know. There is you do see magic in the other 5 of you, but it's magic that's centered
makes
around
sense.
their faces.
"What?"
Yep.
I think she relays this information and basically says something is very, very wrong here, and pointing to each of us, we're the only ones that are actually here. Can I go and touch somebody who I know is not here?
Yeah, sure.
What
Sorry,
happens when
there
I
was another
put my hand
donation.
through somebody?
You
Oh,
touch
boy.
someone? They're physical. Okay. I'm gonna roll this.
So meanwhile, Tranquil will probably go up to where the adjacent to Ville vanished, and just kind of looking around to see if there was any evidence that they were physically there. Was it a shadow illusion? Was it purely an image? Like, did they disturb anything on the way in? Did they leave footprints in the walk leading up to the town hall? That sort of thing. Is there anything left behind, or is it just pure ephemera?
So it's I'd say with that arcana check you have, there were things left behind, like they did have footprints. It's almost as if like an illusion was made real. And thanks to a donation, no, you have been gifted true sight.
Oh.
No,
Amazing.
You're looking around, and it's almost as if you're looking through like the ethereal plane while you're standing here. Everyone here looks physical, but the walls, you can see through the walls of this building to the walls of like a tavern. And far in the north, it's like in what you would see as the woods normally, is something that's slightly glowing, but it's not see-through like the rest. It is far in the distance north, though.
You see, kind of like looking towards where the Vil, the halfling, not halfling, just vanished, and was like poking at it with his rapier and just like poking the ground. That's his magic detection. And just like immediately like ears kind of perk up a bit as he like looks up and like sniffs the air and then looks around. Well, slap me on the nose with the newspapers and call me Susan's. As he just starts looking around. Any of you other people seen this?
The town
Just
hall?
like looking around.
Not certain. What are you looking at?
I mean, we's like standing in a see-through room. It's like I can sit and what's that over there? You see that? And he points towards the glowing, more solid structure.
Make a perception check for me.
I can do that.
And if I look in that direction, do I still just see like magic
Yes.
blown out white?
Yep.
The rest of us just see, like, is he just pointing at a wall?
Yes. There's just a dog pointing at a wall. Do you see that?
Yep.
Oh, he's a dachshund, not a pointer.
What'd you roll?
A natural 20. That would be for a total of 28.
I'm just gonna say it. You see what looks to be so that shield that had like the sphere on it.
Mm-hmm.
With your acute true sight dog eyes, you can see what looks to be almost like maybe with the true sight is almost like letting you see further into the distance, like a small sphere sitting atop of a rod far in the distance.
There's like a big glowy squeaky toy on the top of a Styx.
Is no one in the room going to acknowledge the talking dog?
Oh no, he lives.
Is no one in the room gonna talk to the one who's obviously got mama issues?
How did you know about that? Who told you? Have you been reading my diary?
It's at this point now stands up. His 6'6" frame kind of fills the room. He raises his arms in a kind of placidating manner to the angry dog and the equally angry jazz musician. I know that's in the background. Friends, something has happened here. No, tell us what you see.
There's like I said, the walls are like see-throughs, but there's this things over there. It's like glowy and on the end of some sticks.
With my
that point,
21
he looks at
Arcana
Vaughn.
check, would I have?
Sorry, look at Vaughn and
Go for
see,
it.
because you seemed to be doing things beforehand. You go.
With my 21 Arcana check, would I have any kind of clue as to the kind of magic that I can see everywhere?
With the way he described it, and probably with Tranquil like looking over where Val was, it seems like a combination of illusion and transmutation of some sort, as if it's like a blending of schools somehow.
Yeah, and No will also be like, yeah, it's like a bright white and like a slightly darker gray. I mean, I only see in grays and whites, so that's really all I see. But that's what it is.
Can so realizing that there's some illusions in here, I would like Nightshade to walk forward with my jingling black spurs and reach out with my fingerless gloves dotted with a little metal pyramid clasps and reach into this wall. Is it a physical wall?
Yes, it is.
I thought this was going to be more climactic.
It's been like this. You've all been here for a while. This is not normal.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I'm telling you, I can see right through the walls. I don't know. You know what? Easily explainables. There was definitely something in that drinks that I drank earlier. I had way too much to drink. It's just that's all it is, and that's how we can explain it. It's all good.
Val comes back.
Ah.
What were you gonna say, Zetsky?
Oh well, I was just gonna ask, like, as we're like having this conversation, is the town hall like actually happening around us, or is everybody just kind of?
The town hall is normal like usual. Everyone else is freaking out, looking at all these things, but like Zetsky, this is just the town hall. Everyone's just back here, and Val pops back. Maybe Val just teleported.
Oh, okay.
But my detect magic is still up. Would
Yeah.
I have got at least
Val's
8 minutes
glowing
on
like
my
hell.
counter.
Val's glowing like hell.
You lying liar.
Are there other townsfolk in here besides us?
Mm-mm.
No,
They're all
just
outside.
us. Yeah, interesting. All right. Well, hello, Val. Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't know what I had to
Hey?
drink. Something is wrong.
I hope it wasn't what I had to drink. 'Cause I mean, I'm gonna go disappear and start glowing too. Hey,
No.
Baron, am I glowing too?
It's like his face is kind of glowing a little bit, but
And he's gonna like start like spinning, like chasing his tip, but like trying to like.
something is wrong.
Varen said our faces were glowing. I don't know why. I haven't put on any illusions or anything.
Maybe we should ghost to that. See if we can figure out what's that that glowy squeaky thing is, or glowy ball.
What
Squeaky
glowy
toy?
thing?
Yeah.
Is there perhaps anything that looks like it might be like a lever or like a secret button or something in this room? Like, could I investigate the room as?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. My die was rolling really slow, but it's definitely a. Oh, it's still rolling. It's a 5. It was right on the 18. I don't know. It was like glitching for a second. I need to refresh.
You're looking for a lever, see if there's anything you can pull, some sort of hidden trigger, and you find one.
I have something here. It seems to be some sort of device similar to the clasp on my diary. Shall I engage the clasp?
Yes,
Sure.
So
Hey, who's just said yes?
that was Val.
Varen walks out of the building. Varen walks out of the building, back looking in, not in the building anymore, not in the town hall anymore.
Varen, we're gonna come back to that because it's gonna get interesting.
Fuck.
Continue.
yeah, so I do it.
Okay, you pull the lever. What do you want the lever to do?
What do I want the lever to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with my naturally awesome goth tendencies, I would like the lever to ooze a black smoke and like a metal guitar riff go off that's like just power chords. And then I would like that wall to open up, revealing the squeaky toy that was told to me.
So smoke comes out and a wicked metal riff plays for everyone to hear. And the wall does in fact open up. But it just opens up into what looks to be like a forest.
That's not supposed to be there.
No, because on the other side of that wall is just more of the town. And Varen, you walk out and there's about 30 Vals in like a half circle standing around the outside, just watching. They don't say anything. They're all glowing like they're tiny little suns.
I will lean back in and relay that information. We have a situation. We have a multiple Val situation.
There's a forest through the wall.
Yeah, it's getting weird. If I'm standing outside, can I look in the direction that No pointed, where he described whatever he was seeing with his true sight?
Yes. That seems to be the only, like, further in the distance, it seems like the color actually starts to fade. Like the brightness of the detect magic starts to fade in that direction. I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw and tell me if you get more than a 20.
I'm so good at these.
So bad at these.
Okay.
So close.
19.
18. Did not get more than a 20.
21.
All right. And Nightshade.
Well, I am number 1, so I got number 1.
Nightshade. It might be that everybody's over exaggerating. If we're being entirely honest, you've been here and nothing this strange has happened before. Zetsky and Nal. So Zetsky, you remember crossing an ocean to get here. But then you have a moment, you've never crossed an ocean in your life.
Your devotions.
And no, you have a distinct memory of like one of your siblings telling you about this place, but you don't have siblings.
Now looks to the group and looks at each individual and tries to recall a memory about each individual or a recent interaction. Can he do that?
Yeah, go ahead. What skill would you like to relate to that?
I'm going to do this as an insight to kind of pick on I'm good at reading people, so I'm going to pick one and look through. I mean, there are some very strong personalities in here, in the room. So I'll look at Zetsky at this point in time and focus on her and see what I can recall of what interactions I've had in this town.
Sorry, Zetsky uses them. I guess this is a question for Gabe then. What does Zetsky have like a very clear memory of a recent interaction?
Relatively. At least with these people.
Okay.
And then what was the role now?
Because we're 8th level characters and I rolled suckily, it was a 13.
Okay. Nal has seen Zetsky and interacted with them before. Nal has interacted with them, Nal has interacted with Nal has interacted with Varen, interacted with all of these 5 pretty regularly, but it seems to be a little muddied with Val. And you start thinking about it, and how many other people have you interacted with here? Maybe 5 or 3 or 1? And Tranquil, you definitely did serve that mother and child, and you haven't seen them since you've been walking around.
I have a question. How long have all of you been here?
As long as you can remember.
As you know, dogs are like the best with time. I've been here for at least 76 minutes.
Now looks at Nightshade. Nightshade, can you name 3 other people in this village that you've talked to in the last 24 hours?
Yes. I've talked to Val and that's all I can remember, unfortunately.
It turns to Varen. Varen, the same? Can you remember other people's names?
I harvested. Someone bought. I can't remember anyone's name who I've sold items to in the No, what is happening?
Tranquil, you are a wizard, correct? Will you make an Arcana check for me?
All right, that's going to be a 23.
With what Varen has described and what everyone is saying, you can pretty solidly assume that everyone here is under the effect of modified memory.
Yeah, so as Tranquil listens to this, his eyes will narrow just a little bit more and more, and he'll say, well, it seems more and more like we've all been affected by some sort of disturbingly powerful enchantment. And it must have something to do with whatever it is that No is able to see through the walls, no less. Perhaps we should investigate the squeaky toy.
My
I
friend
think
Fetch says
is-
that you always go after the squeaks.
I think we should do that, and I think we should do that sooner rather than later because I don't like anything that's happening right now.
And Val reappeared. What are they doing? Just kind of hanging
They're
out,
just
staring.
watching when everyone speaks.
Do you think this forest, if it's actually there, is safe?
I don't know. I can't see through the walls no more, so I don't know.
It's safe, but here is better.
Oh,
Zetsky, I don't think anywhere we go is safe, but
Yeah.
I don't think here will get us any answers.
I'm not gonna lie.
but here is better.
That doesn't.
It doesn't feel safe.
Zetsky's gonna start. They're very unnerved. They are going to back out into the forest through the
And then
open
you all
doorway.
hear outside,
It's safe, but here is better.
much louder from the assortment of Val's outside.
Yeah, that's nope. No, I'm not. Nope. That's yeah. No, I'm gonna start stabbings.
yeah, I don't like that. Will, if I try to walk past the semicircle, I'm going to have one hand that starts crackling with a little bit of electricity. If I walk towards the circle of vowels, will they let me pass? I'm not going to get, I'll stay just outside of 5 feet, but I want to walk up and see what happens if I try to approach.
They don't move. So if you want to leave, I'd say there are 2 routes. You can go through that magical door thing that Nightshade somehow found with a lever that he found with a 5, or you can try to go through the valves. Both are good.
Now, again, quickly approaches Varen. There is some sort of pathway that we have to follow here. This isn't real. There is reality, but there's something very wrong here.
Why would you want to
Like
leave
conflict now.
paradise?
I am going to reach over to Now. He's probably the one that as the herbalist in town and running his shop, he's probably the one that I've had the most contact with, being somebody who curates arcane plants and the like in this area. And I'm going to touch Now's shoulder, and I'm going to say, I don't know what the path is, but one of us has to know what the hell is going on. And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on Now.
Okay.
I'm so glad you have that spell.
So you cast Dispel Magic. Now, the last thing that you can remember, you were fighting alongside of these other 5, a pit fiend. And then something put you all to sleep. The pit fiend was trying to do, your memory's still a little fuzzy, but the pit fiend was trying to do something. They were trying to get something. And this was not the first time you'd fought this pit fiend. The first time you'd fought it, you'd actually sent it back to the hells. And it came back up this time. But when it came up, the pit fiend wasn't alone. There was a wizard with them, a wizard whose arms were covered in eyes that were red, blue, and green. And the wizard cast something that made you all fall into what seemed to be a slumber. And somehow you ended up here. Your memory is back. And No, that was only a week ago. But you've
And
been
I've
here.
got
You
my
you
hand
thought
on
you'd
his
been here for
shoulder.
years.
I've still got my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like waiting expectantly, looking at him as I see all of this recollection going through his eyes.
So telepathically relay exactly that back.
And then telepathically, I share that with everybody else. For the next hour, we can all communicate telepathically.
I don't think I've ever met a pit fiend.
You guys hear that? Someone's talking in my head.
It's me. No, it's me. Hi.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I was seeing if you knew that.
So good. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Zesky, did you say that telepathically or out loud?
Out loud. I received it telepathically, and they said it out loud.
They know. They know. Father, father, father.
And Val
Oh
disappears.
dear.
But not like a poof, like crumbling into ash. And the world starts shaking almost. And it stops after a few seconds.
Sorry, Gabe. No, go, Zetsky.
We need to go.
Yeah.
Huh?
Does
Can
the
we
portal
run towards?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still open, still there. Still goes into the forest.
Going.
Does everyone go?
Yeah.
Perhaps
so
we
now,
should take the. No. Oh dear.
Did all the valves turn to ash or just the one?
Is anyone still outside?
I guess not. Yeah.
Who went? Is anyone want to be outside?
Can I spy what the shield was as we're running back into the building out towards the forest?
Yeah, you see it. You see like a glowing green orb on the shield. It's hard to tell specifically what it does. It seems like it's almost like symbolic.
Can I pick up the shield?
Yeah, sure. You take it.
Does the orb follow the shield?
It's like painted on. But it stays with it, yes. The shield is physical, like it's a physical thing. You can touch it. Maybe you can block something with it. Nightshade, where are you? Did you already go through, or are you outside? Are you inside?
That's a good question. I was actively thinking about bedazzling the shield. However, Nightshade does not like that somebody is in his head, and he's looking for a way out. So I think Nightshade would probably look to the group for like a slight approval, and then disappear into the outside. And by disappear, I mean skulk slowly.
So did you go to the forest? Did you go outside the town hall?
I like the forest. I like the lure of the forest.
Cool. Does anyone go outside? You don't have to. This is just Gabe making sure for reasons.
so now it's trying to walk as rear guard and then slowly herd the excited adventurers into what seems to be oncoming doom. The forest.
Cool.
Tranquil starts to try and make the case that maybe going into the illusionary forest and the illusionary mind prison is maybe not the best idea, but people aren't really interested in listening. So he just sort of sighs, shuffles around into a pocket of his robe and takes out a little dented hip flask, unscrews it, takes a long swig, dumps some out onto his fingers and starts tracing symbols on his face in the alcohol and starts murmuring under his breath. They all glow with this sort of bluish light and then fade as they evaporate. I'm casting false life.
You feel like a little like tug. Tranquil feels a little tug like at his like pants leg or cloak or whatever, and you look down and you see No just like give me some of that.
Oh, right, of course. He passes the flask over. Have a nip. I feel like we're going to need it.
Yeah. I tell you what, I got a bad feeling about this.
So you all walk into the forest, and almost like after Nile is through, the wall actually closes back on itself. And in the distance, you can hear a bellowing roar, and you can see what looks to be like the village and the town at the distance. But you find yourself in the woods, and a bit ahead, there's a clearing.
I'm walking to the clearing. I'm jogging to the clearing.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I'm probably right on her 6, taking the front guard.
Mm-hmm. Who else is following?
If
Obviously,
everybody else is
Night-
heading that way, sorry, everybody else is heading that way. Tranquil's a going.
No. Also, thank you for the donation, friendly person. No, there's another no next to you, but like, what color is No's fur?
No is a black Dotson with like the brown underbelly and like under chin.
So this is a white dachshund with like a red underbelly.
Just kind of like, anybody else seeing this?
Anybody else seeing this?
Are any of us seeing it?
Oh, I think that
Oh.
was
Oh my.
yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
What's happening?
What's that? What is happening? Who's yous?
No, who's you? Oh, don't evens.
Don't odds.
Oh, I stab him.
Cool. Roll an attack.
Just dagger, just 21 to hit.
What's your AC?
17.
Yep, that hits.
Yep. Do I get sneak attack on this?
Do you want sneak attack on this?
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, where's the fun in not having it?
Yes, you do.
What is my sneak attack? I think it's 4d6. Yeah. Oh man. This is 15, 20 points of damage.
So at the same time you stab this duplicate stabs you.
Yep.
And you both take 20 points of damage.
Yep.
You weren't as cool as me anyways. And then it just Thanks for that donation for the Wild Magic Surge.
No, it's just like, oh, sons of mother. I meant, oh, that's okay. That experiments, good. Yeah, don't, yeah, that's, oh.
Don't stab yourself.
That was not me. Do you see that? That was definitely like a way lighter gray. That was like whites with a slightly, I'm like dark grays with my furs. Like,
Do you want a
No, go ahead.
No. Do you want a hand? Do you want me to fix it?
yeah, you can't. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. And he like falls and like like presents his belly.
Yes. For those curious, that roll in the Magic Surge was this character's next attack is duplicated.
You're welcome.
Could have asked for anything better.
Oh my god. Okay, well I will cast Cure Wounds and rub his belly. So that's I'm only casting it at first level, so that's 8. Yeah.
No.
Who's a good boy?
Oh yeah. That's the spot in the leg just starts,
You hear massive stomping in the distance that seems to be getting louder.
Just let me know how much I heal.
Friends,
8.
I think we should.
Sweet 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends, I think there's something heading this way. Difficult to tell exactly how real it is. He looks at the dagger wound. in No's poor belly. Perhaps we should keep moving.
Yeah, no, we'll flip back up, kind of get up and make his way. Yeah, that don't sounds good. His like ear perks up. That's definitely getting closer.
With
So you
with
go
the
ahead.
clearing, is it trees around us, or are we walking into more of a plains field? What's the landscape here?
So there's trees in a circle, and there's some sort of large, like almost like bubble in the center of the clearing that's slowly going up and down, and there's some object inside of it.
Can I see what's inside of it with
If
a
you get
perception
closer.
check, perhaps?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can make a perception check from the distance.
That would be a 17.
It looks like it might be a rod.
Was it in the direction that No was pointing in earlier?
Looks like it has like a similar green sphere as what you saw on the shield.
Does anybody object if I slowly approach?
By all means.
And I disappear into the shadows.
That is just so. Why are you so weird? As No disappears into the shadows.
I answer from the shadows.
Everything is weird in here.
And I telepathically
stealth.
just remind everyone that we can talk in our minds if we don't want to be as loud as that, and I will slowly approach.
Val, Zetsky, what are you two doing?
Walking very slowly behind Varen.
Okay. What about you, Val? I mean, Nal, excuse me.
No, it's okay. Make my way to Tranquil. Make sure he can see me coming. Gently lay my hand on it and say telepathically, Tranquil, I saw something on your face. What are your concerns?
Is it still there? Oh, does no one else hear that? Do you hear the crashing footsteps? No, just me. That's my current concern.
No, like hiding behind a tree. I hears it.
Look in that direction. Gabe, is there anything obvious? Is the trees moving or anything in particular?
Make a perception check, actually.
Hooray, I should be good at this.
Or history if you would like. Your choice.
No, since I get advantage on perception, I'm just going to go. With
That makes sense. That's smart.
Which is fortunate because I got a 1 on the first one. That is a 22.
There are like trees almost shifting in the distance, but you definitely you get a whiff of a familiar smell. Brimstone.
Immediately now touches the symbol on the shield and casts aid if I'm able to do that.
Go for it.
And Tranquil, no, and let's just have a quick look. And Varen all receive 15 temporary hit points.
If it's temporary hit points, Tranquil will kind of stop you and direct you towards someone else.
In that case,
false life.
Well, can I see our wannabe necromancer? Is he gothed out too much? Otherwise, it's going to be jet ski.
You see, like his sock is slightly down, and so his pale ankle is showing.
You can probably hear his spurs, so you know whereabouts he is.
He's writing in his journal, so you can hear the pencil scratching.
Yeah, he whispers, "Psst,
Over here. Yeah, I'll take some of that.
15 points to our squishier member at this point in time, and then he squares off, steps back.
My patron thanks you.
You're so weird. All right, Baron.
Actually, it's one of those people.
I can see you, but you cannot see me.
Justice, I never want another character from you.
You are forever Nightshade.
Yeah. So Baron and Zetsky, you get up to this orb, and it's like pulsating. It's humming. going up and down and up and down. And this sphere is actually large. I'd say, like, honestly, a person could fit inside of the sphere, but this glowing rod is just situated inside of it.
The shield with the glowing orb on top of it that I have taken this entire way doing anything as I approach?
Nope.
Should I grab it? Yeah, like Zetzi is asking telepathically and looking at Varen mostly for permission.
I will not stop you.
Okay.
Yeah, and while that's happening, I think No is focused on the stomping that's getting closer and like
Significantly closer now.
Yeah, he's focusing on that while they're dealing with that.
Excellent. So what you doing, Zetsky?
Yoinking that rod.
So you touch the sphere?
I'm touching the sphere.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
I would love to do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine? It's a 6.
Thank you for being the one to touch it. Dust.
You take 23 points of force damage
Oh, we love
as
that.
you touch this barrier, and it sends you flying back 15 feet.
They're gonna scream. So much for no sound.
And it's like, I mean, it's almost comical because like they touch it and then they're just blown past you, Varen. Also, I would
great.
say it's not even difficult to see No, Nal, Nightshade. Oh my God, so many L's. And Tranquil. You can see in the distance what looks to be like a slow stomping approaching pit fiend. It'll probably still take a few minutes for them to get to you, but you see them walking towards you with a flaming cleaver, dragging it on the ground and leaving scorch marks.
Look, there's a pit fiends coming, and the only pit fiends I want is me being a fiend eating a barbecue pits. So we should be goings like right about now.
But this was the item that you saw, correct?
I mean, looks like it's, but I can't really see through walls no more, and this place is all like illusions and stuff. So who knows?
Don't touch it.
What if we make an illusion that that the sphere is no longer there, tricking the fiend into destroying the sphere for us?
Is that what you want, Nightshade?
That is what I would think. At this point, I want to say I'm thinking everything.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, a wisdom saving throw. Since my dice were going slow, I rolled physically, and it looks like I got a 9. And I'm going to go ahead and invoke one of my talisman things because I'm wearing this talisman. I'm going to roll my d4 to potentially turn that into a success. And I did get a 1, so that's 10.
A gentleman's 10.
So, Nightshade, you're having these thoughts. Nightshade really wishes the barrier was gone. And when you take a look at it, and the rod drops to the ground.
I step out of the shadows like very Chris Angel, maybe like slightly hovering above the ground, but not really. And you're not sure if that's really levitation or if that's worth the trick. And I say,
the rod can be grabbed. Try once more, Zetsky, and I will heal you if you are injured.
Okay.
Did anything
Please.
change between the Zappy and this pronouncement?
The rod looks the same. Make an intelligence check for me, actually, Tranquil.
While that's happening, No's like, what's that butterfly thing's coming off your neck there, Nightshade?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
it says like property of Philip, like in Sharpie on the back.
Just straight up intelligence is a 19.
This place has twice responded to things that Nightshade has wanted. The first time, opening that gateway, and the second time, like saying they wanted that bubble gone.
And did the bubble disappear like we all perceived that as well?
Yep,
And
it disappeared and the rod just falls to the ground.
Okay, great. Cool. Sure, this is fine.
Tranquil is not tranquil.
Hey, Nightshade, can you think that pit fiend away real quick? Because that would be excellent for all of us, I think.
Can I think the pit fiend away? Yes. I will think of the pit fiend dancing backwards from whence they came. Does anything happen?
So if Nightshade's responsible for this, that means we gotta stab Nightshade.
The pit fiend is still
No.
coming,
That means he's our very best weapon.
but they are instead moonwalking towards all of you.
Okay, so it was half right.
Not bad. That's not bad.
Very impressive
In my life,
moonwalk.
did I expect this turnout?
That's gotta cut his speed in like half, right?
You probably got a little bit more time.
It's difficult terrain now.
Yeah.
So intimidated, but so impressed. Gonna kill you.
It's like moonwalking across roots. Like, how you do that, man? That's like impossible.
Yeah. It's
The
like leaving
rocks are
scorched
lighting
earth.
up when he steps on them. That's amazing.
I
swear
must
that was
confess,
tripping, but-
I didn't read my pact very thoroughly. You experienced mages. Can you potentially tell me why this dark power has manifested in this forest?
Who's your patron again?
It's not important. Really, don't worry about it.
It's just as saying I don't have one.
Yeah, no, it's definitely someone who looks 10 times scarier than that pit fiend.
Oh,
Say that out
okay.
loud.
If
you
if
say that,
Zed's-
correct?
What was that?
You say that, like you actively are saying that statement.
It depends. If Zetsky is talking out loud,
You
I
don't have
would
to say it
res-
out loud. You still thought it, but like this was something your character said even telepathically, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. The pit fiend doubles in size.
Yeah, that's about right. Except they have huge horns, and that cleaver is 10 times as large as it is razor sharp teeth, and yeah, just the worst.
So the horns like double in size and like curl out to almost like bull horns. There's actually 2 cleavers now which have doubled in size.
Yeah. So as Nightshade keeps talking, no stabs him. Like, right in the cat, just enough to like get him to shut up, but he definitely gets stabs. Like that's stabbing quality.
We've just State Puff Marshmallow Man this pit fiend. Nightshade, as you're getting stabbed, I would like you to stop thinking of anything.
Okay. It's
Oh,
so
no,
hard to
that's
think about nothing.
oh,
When you're telling me
no.
not to think, I just keep thinking about it.
Why don't you think about it shrinking, maybe?
Nightshade, why don't you go grab that rod that you so cleverly removed from the bubble?
And Nightshade, does a 20s hit you?
Yes, it does hit me.
You're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage as I just stab you with my dagger. Like stops it.
Oh, sorry.
No!
That hurts like the time I fell and skinned my knee. Okay.
Oh, that
Now-
can really hurt.
Just shakes his head, strides forwards, and picks up the rod that's lying there and
Thank
sees
you.
what happens next.
Oh, Val, you picked up the rod.
Yep. Stride forward. If it's lying there, no one's picked it
Yeah,
up. Stride
it's-
forward and pick it up.
It's warm to your touch. And what is your class, Val?
Cleric.
Now, cleric.
Yeah.
Make a religion check for me.
Sure. Religion. If only it was a digital way of doing this. Ruh comes after that. That's a 18, sorry.
Okay, so
Okay, that's a good laugh. Thanks, Gabe.
that's fine. That's fine.
I see why you're laughing.
Um,
Oh,
you pick up the rod and you actually recognize this. You've heard of other clerics that have used these to go into like meditative states, but in a more peaceful way. This is a rod of security.
turn and then announces telepathically to the group, and make sure that Nightshade's not bleeding too much at the same time.
Thanks to your temporary
Varen-
HP, I'm good. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Varen immediately starts to panic because she knows exactly what this is. Is the pit fiend still coming? Should we get out of here?
Yes. Slower, but yes.
Oh, it's a fantastic idea. Yes, let's move.
Yeah.
Did you try thinking of it shrinking, Nightshade?
I don't think we should have Nightshades do anything anymore. Like just
No.
like
I think of it shrinking, but shrinking makes me think of dolls and puppets. Like Slappy from Goosebumps.
you're funny enough. I worked with that.
So we got a donation to
else?
draw from the deck of many things.
No.
But
No.
I really want to say thank you to Velcor because the card that I drew was the Jester, which actually tells me to draw 2 cards.
Yes, yes.
All right, continue.
TikTok oh no meme.
Yep. That was
It's
great.
fine. Everything is fine.
What's the forest look like in front of us as we're deciding how we're all gonna die here? Just like straight ahead away from the pit fiend. What's like to the north?
Plains. Empty plains. Let's see. Let's roll the dice to see which one of you is blessed or cursed by this beautiful chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh boy.
5. Oh, awkward.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Nightshade. You hear a voice in your head.
Yes. Is it you, my lord?
It is I.
Hello, Sprinkles. It's been quite some time.
Oh, I've missed you, Nightshade.
Gosh.
We have
I-
work to do.
Oh, what work do you need me to do this time? More service for the poor?
Well, the only thing that I want you to do is to be free. God, I hate this. So this card is the Vizier. It empowers the character with one ability to call upon a source of wisdom to solve any single problem or answer fully any question upon your request.
Oh gosh, do I have to use it right now? That's a lot of pressure.
No, it can be made within a year, but you have that. So you can just be like, Lord of Darkness, give me an answer, and you will get one.
Yes, thank you, Sprinkles. I did not deserve this great blessing, and I will serve you many times henceforth from now.
Sprinkles.
And I turn back towards Nal and I say,
Surely it is you who has touched the rod and has brought this great blessing upon me. I am forever indebted to you.
What just happened?
I don't know, but there's still one more pull, and I'm so worried.
I pulled it. I pulled it.
While we're
But
not trying to panic out of game, back in game now goes to Varen with the rods, and I understand you know of this object. Is it something we need to use now?
Can I make
Ignore
an
DM. Ignore him.
check
Just
on
ignore
this
him.
thing?
Yeah.
Yep. Before you kill us all with your next card, can I make an Arcana check?
No. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, roll.
Rolled 17 plus 5, 24.
And this is for the rod?
I'm specifically looking to see if this magical item is activated or not.
It is.
Now we don't need to use it because it's already in use.
Yeah, what is it?
So I can. Would you like to tell him?
No, I would like you to tell them the kind of shit we're in.
So the rod of security. While holding this rod, you can use an action to activate it. It then transports you and 199 other willing creatures you can see to a paradise that exists in an extraplanar space. The user of the rod can choose the form that the paradise takes. Everything else can be everything can be interacted with inside the extraplanar space, but it only exists there. You can use an action to end it, or when time runs out.
Oh.
So, my friends, did we bring that? We were being chased by a pit fiend. Something happened, and did we take this as a place of safety, or is this someone else's reality we're in? And he slowly looks around at each of the group. If he can see Nightshade's spurs, he'll kind of beckon him forward a little bit into the light. I'm assuming No's standing behind him with another knife, so try and wave him off not to stab.
No, doesn't have a another knife, but he's like doing this behind Nightshade if he needs to do something. He has plans, but there's no knife. No more stabbing.
Well, Nightshade can control things that are happening.
Does that mean Nightshades? Are we in your paradise?
Did you make this? Do you know?
Yeah.
Is this your security blankets? Is this your favorite chew toy?
I don't know if this was in fact my paradise, then you
Well,
all
you
would
say
be
that
here
it's
because
going
you
to
are my
happen.
friends. Wait, are you real?
I reach out to touch one of their faces.
We're real.
They are real.
Okay.
Jasky, you feel a chill up your spine.
Something's wrong.
Everyone make a perception check for me, but I need a 21 or higher.
Nope.
I got to 27.
Oh my god.
19.
Got these ears in his nose. Never let me down before.
Is it just no?
Wait,
no. Good.
Sorry, you said you got a 19?
I got a 19.
Shoot, I can only do this for someone wearing my talisman. Never mind. Continue.
Okay.
No, everyone's having this conversation and the stomping has stopped. So you look in that direction and you see something smaller approaching you. It's floating. And it has a scythe in its hand. And it's slow. Hi, Dan. It's slowly floating towards the party. And you can actually see what looks to be almost like a pit fiend cut in half in the distance.
Is it wearing a black cloak?
Yes.
Can I see who it's going towards?
You're all in the same circle, so not really. But you see it.
Yep.
Nobody else does yet. Continue.
So I don't want to alarm anybody's, but there's someone even more shady than Nightshade heading this ways. They got themselves a curvy thing. Yeah, it don't looks good. Also, the pit fiend's in half.
The pit.
I hide.
Can we look in that direction to see if we can see it, Gabe?
Oh yeah, you actively see a Grim Reaper, a wraith of dread heading towards all of you slowly.
Look pointedly at Nightshade. Is this your patron?
No. You hear that in your head, Nightshade?
It's similar, very similar, but no.
Okay. Look actively confused at this point in time and just kind of fumble with weapons as per normal.
Zetsky, you go.
Oh no, I don't have anything to say. I was trying to think of an action. Please continue.
I would like to cast Guardian of Faith above us and have like a watchful, ethereal, spectral unicorn with a 10-foot long horn, ready to strike when something gets within that 10-foot range. And then I would like to move into the shadows underneath it, and do my one with the shadows, and say, in telepathically, I think we need to get ready for a fight. Gabe, I want to roll some dice, man. I want to take something down.
Oh, Monsieur DM, was that the second card, or is this something else?
That's the second card.
Yep.
Hit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Oh
We're all
no.
about to have our own
And-
Grim
Yep.
Reaper.
Like this is about to go from bad to real worse.
Indirectly, one of you should know who it is, because I gave you forewarning about it.
All right, who was it? Confess, it wasn't me.
What?
Zetsky, you felt a chill up your spine, remember?
I did.
Oh,
Oh my god, I did. Oh no.
So you all are still holding the rod. What's happening?
As everything is happening, as this is all approaching, I very quickly say, I'm not sure what this is going to entail, but I know that if we were here, if we were brought here, the thing that we might go back to may be worse than where we are. I think we need to figure out a little bit more about how we left, where we left, and what happened, because we could be going back to an actual pit fiend. And then I would like to back up into the tree line.
Cool.
What? Where or who has the rod at the moment?
Now.
Now, currently.
How far away is the Reaper?
Probably about 2 minutes. Pretty
Okay.
close.
Okay.
Also-
I'm thinking that wherever we were, it's certain that where we are now is a place of lies. And I, for one, should like to not be here anymore. Perhaps we should give that rod to Nightshade, and you see if you can end whatever it is doing.
Sorry, it was just as a subtle no.
Why me?
Nightshade, at that moment,
You are much smarter than me. I must
Because it's
confess this. It's
responding.
clear by your book
It's
that you hold.
Because it's responding to you already.
Well, here, if I will take the rod, if you will grant it for me, I will trade you this.
And I pull out my talisman, and when I do like a 90s battery sound effect, comes out of it.
That's so cute.
Yes. No, it's very vile. It's an illusion. It must be an illusion from this plane, making it look this way.
I love it.
at that moment, when you make this comment, Tranquil, you actually feel like your eyes glaze over for a second, and then you yourself find yourself blessed with true sight. And looking around here, you can see that you can almost look through this entire world that you have. But the things that you aren't able to see through are these companions of five you have, that rod in their hand and the Reaper in the distance. Everything else. Gotta love the deck of many. Made it much more interesting. Everything else seems to have almost like a 50% opacity to it.
Including the pit fiend corpse and all that.
Yep.
Whatever happened to know earlier, I seem to have caught it. We are all real, surely. That vision of death floating toward us is real as well, as is the rod. Everything else is very much an illusion. I feel like you might be the one that is attuned to the rod, Nightshade, which means you might be able to command it to end.
Is that true?
Do you try
It's
it?
my best guess.
All right, here. Take this.
And I give you my talisman.
The rod, please.
And I hold out my my hands, and you can see like knuckle tattoos.
Is it like a word?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe like darkness or something.
Warlocked.
Yeah.
Don't lie, it says brony.
Maybe it's minor illusion, and I change it every time.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
That's pretty
Um,
good.
Okay, yeah. So I grab the rod and I say, I mean, what do we want to get out of this place?
We want to get out.
Louise.
I say,
Dear patron, Sprinkles, give me your power. Take us from this place.
and I stamp the rod into the earth.
And all of you see the rod glow, engulfing you in light. And then you find yourself standing in the middle of a desert. But you have left whatever cage that was, and the rod crumbles in your hands into dust. Nightshade.
Oh yeah, this is much better.
That was super cool. Thank you.
It was super cool. Is the Reaper still still coming? Or did he
don't see him.
disappear?
You don't see him.
Okay. Oh, my rocks.
Oh no, Tranquil, your true vision lasts for a minute. This entire desert is partially opacic.
Damn it.
All right, that did nothing. This is all an illusion.
And you all feel an intense rumbling.
Is it a French horn by any chance, Gabe, in the background?
It can be. Would
Two
you like it to be?
sons.
You hear you hear a French horn in the distance.
Nobody blame the dog this time.
And when you look in the direction of the French horn, you see an enormous sandworm with its mouth open, and a large, like, horn-like sound is coming from its mouth.
Man's
Oh.
dang it.
I would like everybody to roll initiative for me.
Oh
Ah!
Justice wanted this. I'm just trying to give him what he wants.
Oh. I've been rolling so good all night or all morning.
Oh my gosh. All right, so that's an 8 for Null.
I also got an 8.
Okay.
I'll put it in chat.
Thank you.
Is my guardian still here or is it gone?
Still there.
Yay. I only have 2 spell slots, so thank you for that.
God, Justice.
The plight of the warlock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, some of y'all rolled really well. There is a very big split between all of your rolls.
Of Nightshade and what his just apparatus is into. It's like just looking at at this point in time, just kind of shrugging.
Hey, you were the one who asked for the French horn. I think we're in your nightmare now.
We'll get to that soon.
You just put the idea in your head.
So some of you have been very fortunate. Nightshade. Null. And no. Oh my god, it's the ends. Nightshade, Null, and No. You all have advantage on your next skill check or attack.
That's going to be nice for you, no?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So this sandworm is about 100 feet in the distance. So it's still pretty far. The person who's going to go first is actually Varen.
100 feet away. I will start off by channeling divinity, and I'm going to invoke sacred weapon, which allows me to add my charisma bonus to my attack rolls, which means I now get a +4 on top of everything else.
Nice.
You see a great sword is pulled out. She's ditched the shield, and it just alights with this very odd white burning light. We're in a desert, a literal actual desert, sand dunes, nothing else around us, no cover.
No.
Great. I'm going to
So
I'm
many
going to
donations.
I love it. Keep it coming.
so generous, everyone. For now, I'll hold a physical attack in case anything else comes up to us, and sort of like back to back with Nal and Tranquil, and sort of like get a circle just in case anything is coming from any of the surrounding areas. So I'll hold a attack with my greatsword just in case, and wait.
That makes sense. Hey.
No. I am going to quicken a bless spell at 2nd level.
Got it.
And that means that everyone, because I have additional targets at that level, everyone can add a D4 to their attack and saving throw concentration.
Okay, nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, and the next would be Nightshade.
So there's nowhere for me to meld into the darkness here in the open, hot, arid desert.
Not really. But Nightshade, something strange happens. How would you describe your patron? Like, what do they look
how would
like
I describe
physically?
it to other people, or what does my patron actually look like?
Well, we know how you describe it to other people. What does your patron actually look like?
I picture my patron like a beautiful. Is it Kyrene or Kyrene? Dan would know.
Kieran, I believe.
Kieran. None of the above. Okay. Yes, a
like
beautiful Kieran.
The lightning horse, essentially.
Yes. Just like glitter overload, rainbow trail behind it, very wise, very whimsical, and almost always wearing some sort of different hat of some sort. Usually something with like a spinning wheel, or like very like glued on construction paper or something, just like a child dreaming of whimsy. And that's what this patron is.
I was going to say it's a more metal unicorn, but then that happened. So
yeah.
Yes.
So there's like a weird middle ground of it. This like shockingly beautiful horse with like black mist coming out of their mouth and eyes appears underneath you, Nightshade. And you are currently mounted on a war horse that is a manifestation of your patron thanks to a wild magic surge.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay. Thank you, Wild Magic Surge. I would I'm wearing spurs too, so I and begin to ride through the desert so I can get in range to cast Sacred Flame on this creature with my action. I don't know how far this thing can run, but I need
60 feet, if I remember correctly.
Feet. What was that? Sorry.
60 feet.
Okay, yeah. So then I go, it's 100 feet away. I'm going to go 40 feet, and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this creature.
Yeah, I was right. Yay, math.
Okay, so
all right. And we just reached over 4K raised so far.
Yeah!
Nice.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for torturing us.
Roll. Yeah.
So I rolled 2 8s on my Sacred Flame, which is really cool. And then I get to add 4 because I'm a Celestial Cleric. So
cool.
That is 20 radiant damage.
Sacred Flame is a save, right?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
No, you're fine. I failed. I rolled an 8 total.
It's a dex save.
Yeah, I rolled a nat too. It was not good.
Amazing. Yeah. So I reach out with this skull-tipped rod, but the sound that comes out of it is like Kirby's Star Wand as I cast this Sacred Flame. And then with my bonus action, I would like to heal Zetsky with my healing dice pool. I want to heal Zetsky for 4d6 because you took that force damage. I love the dab.
Thank you.
So 3, 3, 2, 2. So 10 points of HP, and then that's my turn.
All right. Well done. We still have much more to go. At this point, it is the sandworm's turn. And you are significantly closer now, Nightshade. So this thing dives under and hops out and leaps up and is actually going to try to engulf you.
Let's do it.
Does a 10 hit?
Thankfully, no.
So it like smashes into the sand and like sits its head back up. It is now looming next to you 5 feet, just barely missing.
How big is this sandworm?
About 8 stories tall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. When you said 5 feet of me, I was like, oh, it's a big worm. And I'm like, oh, it's a big worm.
Yeah. And after it misses you, it's still going to like spit out what looks to be like a greenish liquid at you.
Tight.
I'm
here
There's
for
a
it.
27 hit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Most certainly.
Okay. So you take
I need to know if it's a lot of damage.
yeah. 25 points of poison damage. Yeah, 2 10s.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I was like, there was an option not to, and you said yes.
Well, I have that Tomb of Levistus.
Allow it.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about when to do
I
that.
suppose I'll let that happen.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
After that, it is Tranquil. Now, Tranquil, this sandworm is only about 60 feet away from you now, because it has moved up to meet Nightshade.
Oh wait, hang on. Did I take my turn?
Oh, when did you roll, Zetsky? What is your initiative?
18.
Oh, yes, then you would be next. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Totally fine. I almost forgot. I was just gonna let it happen.
No, I'm glad you reminded me, because that will keep people from dying.
Put my D4. Yes, that's my goal. That happened. I'll fix that in a minute.
It's the sandworm.
I'm gonna roll for guiding bolt. So let's see.
Smart.
Thank you for that D4. 25.
Yeah.
Just does that hit?
It's a fair question, and yes, that does.
All right, so it's
God
gonna
damn.
take. Oh, there goes the D6. So far, it's taken 6 damage.
Nice.
Ooh, 12, 17. Not
Okay.
bad.
Jeez. Okay. So you see this thing like like shoot out at Nightshade, and you take this guiding bolt and you fling it at this creature, and you hit it like straight through a large chunk of its body, and the bolt like pierces through and then leaves a radiating glow on this enormous sandworm.
Hell yeah.
Is that your turn?
Everybody's got advantage. Yes, that is my turn.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. Now it is your turn, Tranquil.
When is Nal going?
Now we'll be going after you.
Okay. All right.
Next, essentially.
So, oh goodness. So we have Shai-Hulud 60 feet away trying to eat and/or poison to death Nightshade.
Yes.
All right. So
Tenderize for me.
Tranquil. Yeah. Nobody has like a bow out, right? Everybody's pulling daggers and swords, and it's time to go run up and fight this thing with our hands. Cool. Great. Excellent. Wonderful. As Varen has whipped out a great sword, Tranquil will reach into one of the pouches he keeps kind of prominent on his belt and take out a little, just a little unmarked glass vial with a stopper that's sealed with lead. And he'll just sort of very casually pop the seal and the stopper off. And there's kind of a syrupy liquid in it that looks maybe a little cloudy, and he'll just say, "Excuse me," and pour it along the length of her greatsword. There you are, and just kind of toss the vial. That'll help. Don't get that in any open wounds. And then we'll take out a piece of licorice root, shave off a little bit of it, whisper under his breath, and his eyes that are silver will suddenly kind of almost flow like mercury, and the world around you slows to a crawl, Varen. You have been hasted.
So cool.
And that's my turn. The bonus action, by the way, was my poisoner feat to apply poison to her greatsword.
Ooh. Okay.
Amazing.
I love a good haste.
All right.
There's like electricity sparkling in her eyes. She's amped and ready for it.
Okay. So no. You and Null can essentially go at the same time. Same initiative, and you're the last two. No. This place is weird. This place is weird. This place is weird. This place is weird. And you feel yourself bouncing and like ready to move and excited. The wild magic surge has gifted you the ability to, specifically as a free action, just once, cast Dimension Door.
Wow.
So do with that as you will. The creature's about 60 feet away from you.
You can go ahead and go now.
So first off, seeing that Nightshade on Sparkles is in dire need, I will move 30 foot forward and drop Sanctuary on him as a bonus action to hopefully give him a little bit of cover.
No, actually, at this point, when you put out Sanctuary, something fantastic happens. You put down this area of safety for your compatriots, for your companions to get out safely. And almost as if you are a blessing yourself, a wild magic surge makes white, huge wings burst from your back. And you currently have a fly speed of 40 feet.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Okay, that's something I thank the gods of chat and pray for further blessings to be bestowed upon us and our beleaguered party at this point in time.
Font never run. Oh my God, amazing.
But yeah, sanctuary on the worm sandwich that's sitting in front of me at that point, Gabe, and I will take flight and move my 40 foot towards the beleaguered Nightshade. Can I pick up Noel with me? Would that be?
I'd be fine with it if Noel wanted to go with you.
To get you a little bit.
You might go to pick me up. Like that's it.
No, that's okay. And then swoop past him dramatically.
Dog.
I do that Dachshund just.
Oh.
Justin wants this moment so badly. I can see it.
And that's me. So Sanctuary night for justice.
Perfect. All right. So then, Noel, it is your turn.
How far away is the worm now? I know it had moved up.
60 feet.
60 feet away. Okay. I am going to move my 30 feet ahead, and then bonus action dash. And I would like to, if I can, I would like to with second story. Oh God, what's it called? My brain just farted on the. With second story work. Yeah, I want to run up it.
Yeah.
The last bit
Awesome.
to actually get on its back as I bring my rapier out, and I just want to stab into it.
So you had advantage because no one has rolled an attack against it since Guiding Bolt was cast.
Oh, I also had advantage from a donation too, so I'll save that donation advantage, and I will gladly roll with advantage. It really wanted to be a 14, so that is a 2.
22 will hit.
All right, and that is
Plus a D4 because you're blessed for your attack.
yeah. I mean,
If it helps.
If you would like, just in case you want to go crit fishing, I will let you roll. I will let you use that other advantage and roll both die again, just in case you get a nat 20. I will allow it if you want to burn that other advantage. You have hit, so that's confirmed, but it's up to you.
I mean, you're gonna tempt me. I'm gonna push the red
I
button.
know.
Touche, salesman.
Like, I know it's a 16 on the highest one. So both advantages are burned. All good. It was still pretty decent damage. 8, 10, 16, 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh my gosh. So you stab into this thing and you definitely find like what would be like almost like an artery, and it like you stab in and then pull a bit to the side and make a fairly large deep gash, and you're it's like the trumpet sound of this sandworm is just very injured and unpleased.
Yeah, and that's That's my action, bonus action, and movement. So
All right.
and he's gonna be like riding on the top of it, like kind of rapier, kind of using it as a his little dachshund on the top of
Top
the
of the
giant.
round, it is Varen's turn.
This thing is 60 feet away.
Yes.
With my doubled speed haste, I run right up to it, and I have a poisoned greatsword. I'm going to take 2 attacks. I'm going to spend. I'm going to. Oh gosh, so many things. I'm going to lay some divine smite on this guy, and I'm going to spend another sorcery point to twin that. So I'm going to cast. Oh god! All right. I rolled a natural 19 plus 3 plus the 26. I'm going to roll my great sword damage
Yes.
and my divine. Okay. So many dice. This is the ASMR dice part. That's an 8 plus 35 points of damage. As just, and whatever I get for poison, if I get to poison this thing, as just runs up and slices up the belly of this thing.
What's the poison thing, Darren?
So the worm needs to make a DC 14 Constitution save, and if it fails, it'll get whammied.
Good
No.
fail.
So that's an extra 2d8 poison damage, and it is poisoned until the end of Varen's next turn.
You want to roll that, since that's your poison at work?
Your attack, all you.
Great, because that was a 7 and a 6. 15 points of poison damage. And I get another attack.
That was what, 46 with the first one?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's about that dragon
20.
donation, y'all. I'm just gonna put that out there.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less dramatic, but it's a 7. 12 points of damage.
So Varen just slashes through this sandworm. And like I'm gonna say you go do an upward cut and you go maybe like 2 feet across. And then that divine magic sends the cut up more than half of its body. And then a second cut just across the front to make almost like an opening. And it just falls down, slumps dead, with dealing over 50 damage in 1 turn, not combined with the chaos of the rest of you.
We could probably take that dragon. I'm not.
Justin, you're muted again, but I really like your juxtaposition.
I was, I was just making sure that you saw that I was muted, is what was happening there, and
I got you. I'm on it. Yep.
But no, it's just like that's what I'm talking about as he like rides it down.
And interestingly enough, when it falls down, out of its mouth falls a rod, but this one is red.
Not another one.
Oh,
That is definitely a gray rod.
Now sighs and walks towards the rod slowly. Does it look the same as the last one, but a different color?
Yeah.
Turns back and says telepathically, part 2.
I mean,
looks-
what else are we gonna do but be in a desert?
You
Is-
all
is-
see that Reaper in the distance again.
I was about to ask, yeah.
It seems like
wonderful.
when the rod is dissipated, all things not created by the rod go out of the illusion, out of the paradise.
Whose paradise is this?
That's see, that's Zetsky. That's the question. Because it's always a paradise of the user's creation.
Sandworm's paradise. I want to get away from this Reaper. Can we let's smash the rod and go?
Well, everybody think of an animal. Like I'll think of a rabbit and just look in the ground. Everybody think of a small harmless animal and we'll see whose animal appears and then they can disengage the rod.
I can tell you one small animal that's not harmless.
So like Tranquil,
No,
when Varen makes the suggestion, Tranquil goes, and he's like, "Oh, I was going to say a rabbit. Never mind. I'll pick something else. I'll pick a bird, like a sparrow."
A skeletal hand grabs the rod from under the sand. Nothing else happens, but a skeletal hand just grabs it.
No, just pokes it with his rapier. Just on reflex, is like, nope.
It doesn't move.
I now tries to get the palm to open, the hand to open.
Do you like try to open the fingers?
No, just see if he can, because he's heard what Nightshade did beforehand, and he sees that this is his reality. So he thinks and sees if it opens, says open in his mind.
It
to the palm.
opens.
Oh, the hand opened. Who did it?
It was me, and I step forward and pick up the rod.
Is this
Okay.
your paradise?
It hums in your hand.
It seems that way. My apologies, Nightshade. And ready?
No.
Yeah.
Blip.
So you blip out, and all of you find yourselves in the biggest tavern you've ever seen.
Look straight and
This
no.
is nose.
Why you was looking at me?
There's also a bunch of dogs playing cards in the corner.
Oh gosh. I feel like
No,
our
the painting.
chances of getting stabbed just increased by like 20%.
One of the dogs pulls out a flintlock pistol and points it at all of you.
What kind of dog?
German Shepherd.
Oh, mother.
Can't trust him.
Can't trust a German Shepherd.
But then they realize that they put it down real quick and it's like,
What?
and for some reason, no, you realize they said, it's just the fleshies again.
Yeah, the mans, yeah. That's it. Yeah, those
Yeah.
pesky mans.
Fleshies. Ugh.
So what you playing? We're playing
Liar's dice.
Oh, that's my favorites. I love me some liar's dice.
Would you like to play with the dogs?
I
now?
would absolutely like to play me some liar's dice.
Okay, so we're gonna roll 3 times. Do you want to try to play logically, or do you want to try to like deceive them and get away with winning?
Oh, we's gonna deceive.
Okay, then roll deception.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm trained in it.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Nice.
+2 is 9. Because No's got a -1 to his charisma.
Oh my gosh.
You win the first round.
Nice.
Roll
Yeah.
again.
3. I got 3 4s.
One of them folds. Roll again.
4 5s, and that's a 15 on my deception check.
Another one of them folds. This is the last round. Roll one more time.
7 6s.
And what'd you roll?
11.
Nat one. You win that one.
What? Oh my god.
And the last one doesn't have anything, but they ask you what you want instead.
I want a rod, of course.
Goes into the table and picks something up in his mouth and throws a rod with a blue orb in it on the table.
I'll look another gray rod with a slightly grayer orb on top.
Mm.
And no, it just goes click.
That was the fastest one so far.
I've seen this Adam Sandler movie before.
Oh no.
All right. You click through. And then this one's a little strange. Well, I guess. Okay, Chris. Okay. I realize the comparison. You find yourself all on top of a snowy mountaintop. There's like trees covered in ice. And you can see that this mountaintop goes down. But before we get into it, I think that might be a good time for us to lean into a break before we get out. How are you all switching the background so fast?
I am really impressed at how quickly that's happening.
Yeah.
Good, good.
I'm trying to race the master. Jet ski is just killing it every time. So I'm just trying to follow her.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
This-
just having fun.
This has been delightful chaos. All of the donations have made it very interesting. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't anticipate. But I think we're going to take a break and then we'll come back. And if there are more donations, it's going to get even, well, in my opinion, better. But we'll see you all soon. All right. So we have come back to a bit of chaos. But it's fun chaos. We're all having a great time. I'm having a great time. Are you all enjoying this sense of ridiculousness?
Oh,
Yeah, immensely.
Oh yeah.
oh my.
That's what I like to hear. So when we come back to, we see. Yeah, let's do that one. That'll be fun. You find yourselves in this massive library. Books of pretty much anything that you could want line the shelves, rows and rows and rows galore. What do you do? I liked how there
Look
was
around,
silence. Mm.
See if anybody's. I look around, see if anybody's like elated by this scholarly setting.
I feel like there are a lot of places to hide a rod in here.
Stacks of books, rows, a massive open library. Can we see anybody around?
Yeah, what's we got? Maybe it's like one of them secret doors, and I just start pulling books.
Please be careful.
Just roll a d20 for me, Dustin.
I gladly. 13.
Okay. You find a book that says From Dog to Frog.
Crap.
And Varen, you see what look to be almost like ghosts in the distance, just kind of floating from shelf to shelf, floating around.
Can I call out to them?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
And then it goes back to its thing.
I will say telepathically to the group, perhaps we should use our inside mind voices.
Quiet in the library. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that would be. Whew.
They want it tranquil.
I tell you what, there's something strange here, and it don't feel good.
Well, I would like to walk 60 feet that direction because if anything is true, my guardian should still be there, I think.
Yes, you are still on your horse, and the guardians are there.
Oh.
Are we still being pursued by a tiny wraith?
Oh, there's lots of rows of books. Who knows?
Okay, I want to pull a random book off a shelf. I want to
Okay.
just see what section we're in.
You don't really see sections,
Okay.
but the book that you find is Clerical Guide to Cuteness.
Oh, I like that one.
Let me see
You
that.
read it?
about to say, Nightshade, this one's for you.
Dear diary, went to the library today, picked up some nice books.
But can it be Nightshades again? Because
No,
we've
no,
already...
it's not mine.
Okay.
Gabe, the ghosts that are floating around, is there anything particular about them, or do they just look like, luminous apparitions of random people?
Make Arcana or Religion, or even History if you would like.
And you do have that D4 if you'd like to use it since you're wearing.
Yeah.
And you do have also advantage on a skill check if you would like to.
Oh, right.
Yep.
I rolled pretty well, so I'll probably just let this one ride. And that's a 21, and we'll go with history.
Okay. You've had experience helping people and patients in the past before, but sometimes when people die unfulfilled, they will become a wraith, essentially. And these definitely appear to be like wraiths or something similar.
So it's just kind of people from all, any and all walk of life, nothing unifying or specific about them.
Exactly.
Cool.
The more so unifying thing is the type of specter they are.
Got it. People who died with unfinished business of some sort.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
You know how in libraries they always have those like glass display cases with artifacts? Maybe the rod is in one of those?
Possibility. Perhaps we should take a look around, see if we can find anything else.
I would
that
join in that
stands
search.
All right. So you all want to search around?
We should search
Yes.
the R's first.
Ours?
Yeah. R-O.
For Rod.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you was making a pirate joke.
No, then we would be going to the seas.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I take 1d4 psychic damage.
You're
My
welcome.
favorite joke has ever been made.
We all do.
I'm so glad that you took that, Justice. And just...
I always take it.
It's okay. Quickly, we've broken the DM. Quickly.
Let's go
Find
find
the
it.
rod.
You go. Are you actually going to the R's?
It feels logical.
We don't have anywhere better to look.
I don't know. I'm out of my element, so I would honestly look towards Tranquil and going off of loosely what I know about wizards, that perhaps you're more familiar with libraries than I am.
Yes, I get it. The library must be the wizard's paradise. I understand. No, I like the idea of looking for artifact display cases. Let's see if we can find anything along those lines.
Justice, I want you to know that I hate you.
Oh, thank you.
You go to the R's, and there is a large display case in the middle.
Dear diary, today friendship saved us again. It was
I tell
about
you what,
working
that-
together.
That friendship, it's pure magic.
But the display case actually looks damaged.
Somebody took it.
Damn it,
The-
Nightshade, what'd you do?
The glass, the glass itself is like it's a solid black color, so you can't see underneath the display case.
Oh.
But you said it looks damaged. The glass isn't broken. Does it look
Nope.
like someone tried to bust it open, or is it just age? What's the...
Almost as if like lightning has gone through this thing multiple times. Like wood damage with lightning has those burn marks. That kind of thing.
Yeah, like that almost fractal tree branch looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think No's gonna look to see if there's any like locking mechanisms or anything on it, on the case itself?
Ooh, make an investigation.
Do that. Too bad. That is a 18.
There is definitely a locking mechanism on this thing, but there's no key. But there is like definitely a locking mechanism on like the front of it.
Yeah, I found some like locking mechanism. I don't see no key, but I don't really need a key, so and I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Do it.
Just
Go
before he
ahead.
does that, now leans forwards, gently places a hand on your shoulder blade, I'm guessing, at this point in time. The guidance of chat.
Praise be to chat.
And
Praise
you know,
be to
I
chat.
love me some chat. You know, they really come through in a pinch. And
Benevolent and whimsical.
you ready for this?
Okay.
I got a natural 20.
Yes.
Plus my thieves' tools, which is plus 16, is a 36. Plus a 4 on the D4 is a 40.
Yes. That's the highest roll I've ever been in the presence of.
I've never been in a
that is the highest ability check I have ever heard of in 5th edition.
Is Bless is Bless still up?
I'll give it to you. Go
Bless
ahead.
doesn't go for skill checks.
Oh,
Doesn't
that's
work
right.
on
It's only
ability
attack.
But I got
Saving
guidance.
throws, saving throws.
Yeah. Praise to chat.
Praise be
Praise
to
be to
chat.
chat.
Praise be to chat.
Okay, so
Chat be with you.
it does not automatically work, but because of this roll, I'm going to give you something that you would not know otherwise.
Yeah, that
because
sounds fair.
was freaking
No,
amazing.
I get it.
No, you absolutely know. This is like you've tried so many things, and the movement of this lock should work with all of the movement you did. There's something wrong. There's something magical specifically, and the little bit of magic experience you've had talking about the schools of magic, having some firsthand experience with this stuff, even just with this party, it's specifically requiring evocation magic to open this box.
I will relay that. Yeah, so that's weird. This totally should have opens like that. I don't think I've ever done a better lockpick in my entire life. I don't think I'll ever get a better lockpick in my entire life. I feel like the skies opens up. Mans himself smiled down on me. I am the goodest of boys, and I did the best. But it didn't open, so I feel like it needs some like magic-y types, the ones that goes, you point your finger and it like kabooms and stuff blows up. What's that? I don't know magic. That's not my thing. That's
Sure. I think you're describing evocation.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Can I?
Oh, you are. Go.
Walk forward, and Varen's pale white hair sort of like starts to stand on end, and electricity just sort of charges through her hands, and she says, "You mean like this?" And she'll grab the box, and I will cast Shocking Grasp.
Yes, let the
And, like,
hate flow
wherever
through.
wherever the char marks originate from, like if there is 2 handholds, I will grab the box and just see if I can shock this thing at its source origins.
You send lightning through your fingers, and you feel almost like heat start to rise, and this box starts to shake, and it feels like it's harder and harder to let go now. But the lid opens. Well done. And it opens up, and there is a green rod inside. But this green is actually a darker green, almost like a deep sea with like algae.
Can I try to think of a Yorkshire pudding that my mother used to make me and just think about it in my hand?
It appears, and it seems delicious.
I immediately eat it.
Yep, and it is. It is
That
absolutely
looks delightful.
delicious.
It has nutmeg like she used to add, which was unconventional but delightful. I didn't expect books, but okay. The ghosts are on me. My bad. While we're not immediately being attacked, and I know we seem to be chasing ourselves through these different layers, we clearly all ran from something at the other end that necessitated this or brought us through. Are we worried what we're going to find on the other side once we get to the last rod? Is there anything that
Terribly worried, yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How's everybody doing? I sort of look at
I was
see if
going to
anybody's
say,
bleeding.
I was going to look over at Nightshade. Didn't you get like half of your life poisoned out of you?
I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm doing pretty bad.
Perhaps we probably don't have time to rest. That Reaper is probably following us. I can lend a little bit of help.
I can lend a little bit of help too.
I can also lend a little bit of help.
I will take all of the little helps.
So Tranquil takes out another one of those vials. It looks very similar to the first one. And he pops the sealed stopper off of it. It has maybe a slightly bluish color instead of the kind of milky clear, milky white. And he hands it to you and says, "It looked like a rather nasty contact poison. Here, carefully spread this on any places where your skin is irritated by the thing's venom. Do be careful not to get it into any open cuts, though. It might paralyze you if you do."
Well.
And I turn my hair back, Britney style, and I just, let it wash over me.
All right,
It's
so
Nightshade Witch.
Yeah. So Gabe, I'm using a charge of my healer's kit to give him a little hit points back with the healer feat.
Awesome, perfect. Nice choice.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so you're gonna regain. What are we? Level 8? Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, max. Sweet. So you regain 18 hit points.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah, that.
Do you need more hit points, or are you good?
No, I am good. Thank you for that. In return, I will bring darkness to one of your enemies.
Okay, thank you.
Oh boy.
He just kind of pats him on the shoulder. That's so thoughtful of you. Thank you, Nightshade.
Dear diary, made another friend today.
We're already friends.
Tranquil. After you heal, your vision glosses over again, but it's not in the same way where like everything is see-through. You can actually see a figure. You see a figure sitting on top of the bookshelves, looking at all of you. And you can see rows of eyes up their arm. And they're just sitting and smiling.
Hello?
They look anything like the person that we've been seeing in our dreams recently?
So no one can see them but Tranquil. But Null, this character will be described to you, I'm sure. This is the figure that you saw with the pit fiend in the last memory that you remember. And the figure's looking at you, Tranquil, and they hop down. Oh, you can see me this time?
It appears so, yes.
Who's talking to?
Do we know each other? Things have been, I must apologize, things have been very strange of late.
And they like walk through you, Zetsky, and you get another chill. But this one's almost like your entire body at once. And they walk around you, Tranquil, and stand next to you. And then like as they stand, they kind of like sit on air and just kind of float there. I'm just entertaining myself. I told Pity that I do love to play, and I was told that the children were waking up. Fun. And thank you to the Wild Magic Surge that triggered a special reveal of one of the antagonists, but only for one character.
So while this is happening telepathically, we still have our link, right?
Yep.
So
And you could
telepathically-
repeat everything telepathically.
Yeah, Tranquil will just sort of give everybody the overview of what's happening. I can see a figure that apparently none of you can. They have eyes all up and down their arms. And then, yeah, kind of relay. Basically just kind of open his surface thoughts perception of what's going on to kind of broadcast it.
Ooh, Tranquil, make an Arcana check for me.
Ooh, sure. But I'm going to burn my my advantage on this ability check.
Good choice.
And I think I'm going to use one of the charges off your talisman as well. Nightshade. 23.
It almost looks like this figure has the robe of eyes blended into their body.
Oh, blurred. Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, and so that will kind of commentary in Tranquil's sort of very, very calm, smooth tone voice. This individual has a magic robe known as a robe of eyes. Be very difficult to hide from.
Accepted.
You seem to have called upon an extra friend, but I wonder, to what end? Do you think that you can tend inside this maze of my design? But I suppose it's not really just mine because you use your wonderful minds and, well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Can we see where Tranquil is looking while having this conversation?
Yes.
There's that static again on Varen's hair. And wherever he's looking, if he's relaying this telepathically, she's had her hand out, sort of like licking the juices off the Yorkshire pudding off, and she just crunches her hand and she's going to pull a bookcase down wherever that is and says, yes, but this one's mine. And a whole row of books, wherever he is, just comes crashing down. I just want to see if I can flatten him for something.
Okay. Make a strength.
All right, then.
Strength, or am I doing this with the power of my mind? Because this is my rod.
Make intelligence or wisdom, actually, if you would like.
Oh, it's going to be intelligence for sure. 17, 19.
So the bookshelf comes down, and what all of you see is the bookshelf just stops, like at an angle. And Tranquil, you see them point a finger at Varen. That one doesn't seem to realize I made your paradises for you.
Well, no need for anything to get terribly unpleasant, I don't think. We're all a little disoriented. I hope you can forgive us.
Oh, no need to forgive. You just needed to be stalled. The job is done. I'll see you in, well, I haven't seen you in a year, but I'll see you again soon. When you wake up. And then they disappear. And the bookshelf falls, but you are able to move out of the way.
Oh, that was interesting.
So we needed
Oh,
to be
I love all
gone.
these donations coming in.
Oh gosh.
Oh, so many.
We needed to be stalled outside, and all we're doing here is burning up time. So if anyone has any objections or they need anything else here, next one, we got to keep going.
Also, when the books fall on the ground, you notice that all of the pages are blank.
Oh. Put back the clerical guide to cuteness.
In fact, as we leave, all the books are the clerical guide to cuteness, and it's just puppies and rainbows inside as we go next level.
Yep.
And we're
Cool. So you hit the button and you find yourselves inside of a chapel.
Okay.
In the chapel are rows and rows of skeletons just sitting in the pews.
Yours or mine, Tranquil?
Well, I don't think it's mine, but I suppose it's possible. Remember that these were crafted by whoever that eyeballed individual is, so...
That's fair.
think of something.
I'm gonna think of something. They're gonna panic and think about a pumice stone.
What?
Pumice stone, like the volcanic stone.
Cool.
It's about to get hot in here.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
One the size of a boulder just appears in front of you.
Oh.
Okay, it's mine.
Well, there you have it. It's yours.
And all of the skeletons like start chattering with their teeth.
This here's some unknown stuff. That's exactly what this is. This is the unknowns.
Okay. If this is mine, then it's probably okay. They're going to turn around because presumably we're facing the front of the church, yeah?
Yep.
They're going to turn around and head to the back of the church and just start looking for loose stones in the wall.
Okay. Roll investigation.
That's a 3.
You grab a stone out of the wall. And it feels soft almost.
Okay.
One of the skeletons near the back turns its head completely to look at you, and there is an eyeball in it. Thank you for the wild magic surge that someone just rolled for what happens next.
Oh. I don't know what to do right now.
And your hand actually turns to a stone color, but just the hand.
I would like some guidance, please.
Normal.
You got this.
Right.
You got this, Zetsky. Come on, you got this.
That is with you.
I don't think they are.
I think chat is against us in this moment.
Yeah.
Good.
The chat giveth, the chat
Take
taketh.
it
Chat moves in mysterious ways.
The chat moves. That's right. There, chats is definitely it's definitely a man's. Definitely.
In my equipment, I have some harvested I haven't. No, I might not do it for petrification. Does she actually, is her hand actually turning to stone?
Okay. Yes, it is.
I have some harvested bits and bobs from my garden and a healer's kit. Can I try to see if I can do something real quick to stop at least the spreading anymore? Like bind her arm in a tourniquet and
Sorry, Gabe, does this look like a kind of petrification we would have seen in previous, or is this something different? Kind of greater restoration is where I'm going. That's where my head is.
It does look like a partial petrification, but it does, like, they can still move their hand around.
Okay.
It seems like it hasn't spread past their hand.
Okay.
If it's just because we're in here, then I don't think it's something I need to worry about yet. But we gotta find the rod. He's looking at me and I don't like it, pointing to the skeleton.
I got you, and I'll pull a hand crossbow and shoot the skeleton in the eye.
Ooh. Roll an attack.
Yeah, snow is decisive.
13.
You shoot. Are you shooting it or are you stabbing it? What was it?
Shooting it. I pull a hand crossbow out.
You shoot a crossbow at it, and the eye opens up into a mouth and eats the crossbow bolt.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I did not see that coming.
And you hear telepathically, "No, hungry."
I'm always hungry. I'm a dog.
No. Hungry.
It's hungry.
It's
Hungry.
hungry?
I don't know. This is. He looks at Zetsky. This is your paradise.
It's also looking at you, Zetsky. Hungry. And you hear in your head.
What are you hungry for?
Magic.
That's
And
not so
all of the
bad.
skeletons' heads turn their heads. None of the other ones have eyes except for this one.
Um. I. 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 Uh. Zetsky is going to throw the rock just to see, not even add anything, just to throw the rock.
Yeah, you throw the rock. It actually like crumbles into dust as soon as it leaves your hand.
I will stand up and walk over to the skeleton and touch. I'll touch the pew it's on, actually. Touch the pew
Yes.
it's sitting on to see if that does anything.
No, but it is physical. The skeletons seem to like slowly start. When they almost stand up, but then their bones shift to be more like canine-like, except for the one looking at you, and they start all crawling to the one that has the eyeball in it. Hungry?
Oh, okay.
And the one with the eye almost moves into the horde, and you hear like what's like cracking and crunching as if they're like breaking and then melding together until there's like a large like ogre-sized skeleton, thick and dense, with an eyeball like embedded in the chest of the bone.
Yeah, that's definitely unknown.
If you can find us the rod, if you can help us find the rod, that's magic, and you won't be hungry because it's magic. We can find that. We can do that.
There's a singing chorus that erupts through this area, and it's and it repeats it.
Sorry. Sorry.
The wild magic surges are making this interesting. Hungry.
We need the rod. It's a stick, and it's got a squeaky toy orb on top.
And it puts out a large skeletal hand to you, Zetsky. Feed. Magic.
You guys go look for the rod, and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame just to see what happens. What does happen before I roll?
More hungry.
Okay. I can do that. I can keep giving you that. Look for the rod, please.
More. And it's like the chorus stops, and it's like this room is now shaking. Hungry.
Needed to make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, the thing?
Yep. As I give it puppy dog eyes and cast Charm Person. As I use my ability Best Friend.
That's a 9.
The DC was a 10. Because it's 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my charisma modifier, which is -1. So it's 11 minus 1 is 10.
Oh my gosh.
and you just see, just give him the. Yeah, but you just wants to give us the wand, right? Because you use kind of mans, and you're best friends, right? I'm a good boy.
Just hungry, then no need.
You are the goodest boy now.
Damn skippies.
Hungry. One
Uh,
cleric magic.
Oh, you know what? If you just go about 10 feet that way, you'll get a whole nest of delicious cleric magic.
And I point in the direction of my guardian that is hovering, ready to deal out 20 radiant damage to anything that goes within 10 feet.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I do deception instead?
Yeah, sure.
Yay.
And No's like, he ain't lying. That's true.
That's a 17, but I still have advantage, and I kind of want to use it here because use it or lose it, right? That's a nat 20.
What level was that spell cast at?
4th.
It walks over, and the eye actually hops out of the skeleton, and like 4 little legs pop out, almost like spider-like legs, and it.
It's just an
Over to
onion
it?
of nope.
Yep. And very much like Kirby, the eye becomes a mouth again and opens very wide, and it sucks the magic in. Fool. This thing needed a spell of a certain level, and it spits out the rod. This one is yellow.
thank you. I'm gonna kneel down and like pat it. And then
No, I think these rods are making a grayscale. A scale bow. A grayscale bow.
I think you might be right. I'm gonna just pick up the rod and like smash it against the wall. Let's go.
It's you, Tranquil.
All right. And then last, we come to an open, flat plains. You are basically just standing on cobblestone, but the sky is black. There's nothing around. It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's tranquil. But there is one thing. There is a river flowing through the center of this beautiful cobblestone street. It seems to go infinitely.
All right. Is it near to us or kind of far off? Or...
About 30 feet off.
Yeah, sir. I'll just walk over to it and take a look. See, is it water? Is it something else? Is it?
It is in fact water with what seems to be kind of a soft reddish hue. And when you look inside of it, you see your eyes glowing red. You see almost like flames coming off of your body. And the you in the water has a fiendish grin on their face. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Justice, the talisman works on saving throws as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can add 1d4 to a saving throw.
Okay. So I will burn a use off of the talisman, and that gives me a total of 17.
Okay. The arm reaches out, but you're actually able to compulse yourself to move away just before it does.
He'll just kind of smile a little bit and step back just out of the arm's reach and say, "No, not today." Well,
You see the figure in the water is holding the rod.
like it's like a reflection in the water holding the rod.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, I found it. I'm not quite sure how to get it yet, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Does the reflection sort of match my movements, or is it just kind of doing its own thing?
It seems to mimic them for the most part.
Until it decides to be creepy Dracula shadow and do whatever it wants. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is Zetsu's hand still stone?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Lucky.
Maybe you should stab the shadow or the reflection.
I might
That
That's
went
always
up.
the answer. Answers always stab it.
I might like to try something else first if nobody has an objection.
No, not at all.
Can I
In
walk
this-
over and see the reflection?
You walk over to the water and you see no reflection in the water at all.
Baron's a vampire.
Aaron's not a vampire.
I can't see his reflection either. Tranquil's reflection in the water?
If Tranquil is standing next to the water, then yes, you can. But when you stand next to the water, the reflection looks at you almost like and scoffs at you.
That's not very nice. Let's try for a change of attitude. And I'm going to cast Command and say, please give Tranquil the rod.
Tranquil, make a saving throw against Command, please. So what's the saving throw DC?
Yeah, that's it's 14.
It's a wisdom save, right? That's a 19.
Yeah.
Now, Varen, I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
10.
You fall prone, almost as if you're bowing to the Tranquil in the water. And they just kind of cackle at you.
Can I try to stand up?
You try and you can't move.
Yeah, right. I stepped in that one.
Tranquil, you hear a voice in your head. You are tranquility, and I am chaos.
Well, then you're certainly no reflection of mine.
I'm a reflection of what you could be.
Well, even at my worst, chaotic is never something I've been. So he'll kind of kneel down and talking out loud to the reflection, so they can all hear that half of the conversation at least. I'm going to try and reach out the hand with which the reflection is holding the rod, and try to see if it mimics it, and just reach down into the water and try and grab it.
It does in fact mimic it. I need you to make 2 saving throws. The first one is a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, good roll. That's 24.
Okay. You push through the water, and at first it almost feels like the water is rejecting your hand, but it's like pushing through, and then you get to the other side, and then there's no more resistance. So then you grab the rod, and this time I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, Lord.
Don't forget about that D4.
Gonna reach behind him and start a chain and just pull by the waist.
That'd be a 2. Don't think burning a charge off the talisman's going to super help with that one.
2 total?
Oh, yeah, 2 total. 3 minus 1.
Burn a charge.
When you burn a charge, it says, "Great job! You can do it!"
That's a 4. Raises us to a 6.
So I was using your ability score, and I rolled a nat 5, so that's a 4.
Yes!
In the most pathetic arm wrestling match ever.
So you succeed in pulling this rod free.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it fades away.
Oh, that was not altogether unpleasant.
That was.
Are we ready then?
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's good. I was about to cannonball right into that water, so that was a good thing you got that.
And at this point, Tranquil, you see that figure that you were talking to, but this time all of you see them standing around. I think that's enough this time. I have a gift for all of you, if you would like it. Your memories.
Well, we need those.
Do you want them back? You're at the
Yes.
last gate, anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight checks because I don't know if I believe this, guys.
Go ahead. Is anyone else saying yes?
Can I do an insight as well, please? If
Go for
possible?
it.
That's a 12.
Seems legit.
At what cost?
No cost. I've already been paid.
I got to know why was we here?
To
We were
stall you.
being delayed.
Oh, we was being delayed. Why was we being delayed from what? Oh, I guess that's
Whatever
what
you've
Nip
taken.
would tell us, right?
I would like back.
Would you write? Would you roll now?
13. Oh no,
Seem-
hold on, I can burn an advantage. I'll burn that last advantage. There we go. Oh, that's got. No chat, no.
Chat,
that'd
take
be
it
all of a
away.
15.
This seems like someone who has everything they want, so they have no reason to lie.
Yeah, so communicate that across the group.
They give all of you your memories back. You were fighting this pit fiend that wanted to take over, that wanted to actually demolish a place, to basically destroy an entire town for a purpose, an entire city for a purpose of offering them up to someone. And at that moment, Tranquil, I feel like you click your rod. And you all come back and see yourself standing in a plains area, looking, and ahead of you, you see an entire chasm, a crater where Waterdeep used to be. And that will be our one shot.
Dear diary,
The power of friendship did not save the day.
you'll never believe what I saw today.
That wasn't Waterdeep.
It sure wasn't.
That was super cool. Thank you, Gabe.
That was
Absolutely.
incredible.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
excellent.
I've like thought of the rod of security, and I was like, how interesting could I make it? What then it was like Russian nesting doll, and it just became more and more fun. All of you made this so interesting. Thank you so much for all the money that we raised, all of the wild magic
Thank you,
surges
chat.
that made this so interesting. I made a little personal, like, just basis of things that I was gonna do for this party and players as it came up, and all of you gave me so many opportunities, even that deck of many. And you know what, Justice? I'm going to say that you ask that question that you had from the Vizier, and the entirety of Waterdeep was being sacrificed to revive Tiamat. So thank you all for joining us. I'm Gabe. You can find me all across the internet as at GabeJamesGames. I have been your DM, and we're going to go around the table one more time with this fantastic group of players. So we'll start again with Elise.
Elise again played Varen. So thrilled to be here to be able to be raising money for an amazing cause. And thank you for everybody who was in chat and all these amazing players. And Gabe, thanks for the wild ride.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Chris.
Thank you to absolutely everybody that was in chat, as we've already said, all the mods, all the people. Gabe, spectacular. The rest of this amazing party. Justice's Week, I mean, I think it had a life of its own. Fantastic. Just thank you for that.
Absolutely. And then Liquid Rena.
Hi, thank you so much again for everything. Yeah, I'm Liquid Rena on basically everything. This has been such an honor. This was an incredible game, and I'm so glad that I got to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. Dan.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan Dillon, on Twitter, Dan_Dillon_1. This was an absolute blast. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us with this mind-bending D&D Inception. Super cool again. Thanks very much, Gabe. And thanks all of you. I've had a blast playing with you all.
Justice.
Hello, I'm Justice at Justice Armin on Twitter. I was
Philip Nightshade.
and this is my first time playing a warlock. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for DMing. Thank you for everybody in the chat. It was a lot of, I really enjoyed it.
Justice's wig needs its own Twitter account. And Dustin, please.
Hey everybody, I'm Dustin Fletcher. I'm one of the co-DMs of D4. You can catch us every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/DND. Also, if you liked the character I was playing, he may or may not have a cameo tomorrow on D4. So feel free to tune in. But yeah, I've run D4 with my co-DM. We are a double DM show. So come check us out. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at FlashFletch.
Awesome. So thank you again to Jasper's Game Day for like giving us this chance to tell the story, and Slade's Paradise for hosting us. This has been an amazing experience, and I know there are still many more beautiful stories to be told. So please stay tuned, stay safe, and make sure you see what kind of paradise you really want. Take care.